Yo, what's up? We are day two, diabolical day two of the diabolical cut. You know, I forgot to. Well, not even forgot. I just didn't end up making a nighttime video yesterday. But had fish, fish and green beans, snook and green beans to be more specific. So I ended up meeting the calorie goal. 1,500, and yeah, that's about it in terms of today. I'm not working out for a very specific reason of I have an assignment due, so I'm not going to be able to fit in going to the gym, doing all the cardio, and also finishing the assignment. So I'm just not going to. I'm just going to only focus on the eating part of the deficit, and then I'll hop back on with the cardio tomorrow. Other than that, I am now 81.2 kgs. So that's about what? I started the week at like 83. So now it's almost 2 kgs, which is like what, 4 pounds? I think this is the first time that I can remember at least of me experiencing that thing of the first week of your diet will be you'll lose more weight because there's more water weight and stuff. So you'll lose like 6 pounds and stuff like that. I've never had that before, or at least noticed that I've had it. So this is the first time that I've noticeably had it before. But yeah, I'm just gonna stick to the whole food thing. Today I've already had breakfast and my snack. Breakfast, 4 eggs, with scrambled eggs. 4 eggs with 100 grams of ham, made with 1 tablespoon of olive oil, no more, because oil is actually a crazy amount of calories, so it can really if you don't track it, it'll mess up the numbers a lot. Just to give you an idea, a whole egg is like 70 calories, right? It's like a 50-gram egg, 70 calories. That's a whole egg, right? A teaspoon of oil, no, sorry, a tablespoon of olive oil, no, let's just say canola oil, is 140 calories. That is 2 eggs just for the tablespoon. So if you don't track it, it can get out of hand very quickly. If you're always just getting one of these, oh, I just douse it and then I just add more because it's not, then you'll end up with a lot more calories than you plan to. It might be a thing of, oh, you plan to eat 2,000 calories for the day or something. Now, because you're just always throwing oil on everything and you're just throwing it, not tracking, you're just throwing it, you have like 500 extra calories that you just didn't account for because you just throw it willy nilly, not realizing how heavy in calories oil is. But yeah, 4 eggs with 100 grams of ham, chopped up, made scrambled eggs with that. I have a little clip of it. I don't know when I'll add it in. Ideally in the night video. If not, then it'll be in another video. It'll be in one of the videos that's already recorded. What else? My snack. I've already put them away. Tim Tams with my coffee. 3 Tim Tams with my coffee. That's the snack. In terms of what else I'm gonna eat, nothing. I'm not eating anything until supper, and even when I have supper, I'll probably have supper later, just because I need to finish my thing first. So yeah, that's about what we're working with. I'm kind of just stretching it out. I don't like the idea of having a video that's less than 5 minutes. I don't like the idea because I feel like it's just not a good thing. So what can I yap about today? What can be the yap session? Most of these, there's no real purpose besides just logging progress. So with the logging part already done, I need to stop saying with the logging part of it already done. I started icing my face again. I've had a bit of a breakout because I think I mentioned this. I had a bit of a breakout because of my binge last week. I ate a lot of sugar. There was a lot of sugar eating. So I have a breakout. I have oily skin, so I'm more prone to breakouts. So I've started icing my face again. Just making sure, drinking all the water. I've already filled my water bottle. Haven't started on it yet, but it's filled. Yeah, that's something that I recommend you track. Just as a general, I recommend that you track everything. Like everything that there is to be tracked in your life, track it. You know, I got this book, Atomic Habits, right? Atomic Habits, very popular book. Yeah, very popular book. Everyone loves the book. Now, given I was already like tracking by the time I got it, you know, I was already in tracking habits, and a lot of the things that it says is stuff that like I already do or know that it's something that I should do. But with that being said, I got it just to see if there's anything more I could get, and in the hopes that there was one of those things of, since I've already invested, you know, monetarily into the idea of habit tracking and stuff like that, and like me investing both monetarily and with my time, it's more likely, I'm hoping at least, it's likely to push me towards implementing more of the habits, and maybe just having the habits somewhere like written down that I can go back, read, learn, will help me in slowly improving when it comes to following habits and tracking habits and improving upon habits. You know, good book. I'm not almost done, but I'm like more than halfway through. It's like, I think the book in total is almost 400 pages. Yeah. And I'm exactly on page 200. So I'm halfway through. Wait, no, that does not make sense. Wait. No, I'm wrong. The book is like 200 and something. Like 250 pages. 250 pages. Oh, shoot. So I'm almost done. I'm also working on like but like reducing my swearing. Purely for the sake of, I don't like the idea of crossness being just a staple part of my dialogue, you know? I don't mind swearing. I'm not someone who's like, oh, it's so rude to swear and stuff, and like would get genuinely offended. But I'm working on improving the way that I speak. Not to say that it's bad particularly, but I like the idea of speaking more fluently, more eloquently, and more elegantly. I feel like it'll make me, not even just make me seem smarter, but in general, like, if you're better at speaking, I feel it's probably the case that you're better at getting your points across and getting your thoughts across and stuff like that. You know, you're more able to communicate with people if you're able to communicate better. So that's the idea that I'm going with. So I'm trying to improve my speech, trying to get rid of stuff like that. You know, space words, pause. I forgot what it's called. There's a word for it, filler words. I'm trying to get rid of filler words. I'm trying to get rid of verbal tics. You know, stuff like saying, I don't know, you know what I mean, at the end, you know. I know at some point I was like, right, a lot. I used to say, at the beginning of if you go back to some of my older videos, at the end of every sentence, I'll basically be like, right, like asking you know, after I said something like, right, because I was talking, well, not was, I'm basically talking to myself in the camera. I also need to remember to look at the camera and not just like because it's easy for me to look at me, because in terms of talking, it's like when I'm looking at the camera, I can kind of see myself moving. So I need to like make an extra effort to not like glance over to that me moving. And then also, I guess it makes me feel like I'm talking to someone more than just talking to the camera, you know? I also have noticed that I say you know a lot. Whether that's a good or a bad thing is its own thing. But yes. So yeah, I'm working on my speech. I'm also reading the Bible more. You know? Getting on the God train. I'm kind of on two parts of the Bible. Because like at first I started off reading it like front to back, like a story kind of thing. I thought it would be a good way to get through it, you know? Just move through the book by book, instead of hitting the church way of like one day you're reading, I don't know, Proverbs, and the next day you're reading Corinthians or something. You know, you're just moving through, jump. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. For me, I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that because I actually want to, you know, get through it and know it. So originally I was reading front to back, and then my friend was always recommending me just read Proverbs, right? Because Proverbs is just a lot of lessons for young men and shit. So I didn't leave behind because I have bookmarks. So I just made another bookmark. By the way, bookmarks just get a paper, bro. Get a paper, fold it. I like to write on one of the sides like this page or something, so that when I put it in, when I come back, I know which side of the which of the two pages I was actually left on. You know, that's the that's a tip from a new avid reader. But yeah, so now I'm just reading Proverbs. Proverbs is good if you're a Christian. Now, even if you're not, just like if you're not a Christian, become one. But like, find God, bro. But if you interested in improving your life and just learning good general lessons, I mean, it has some pretty good stuff. Stuff about if you're what wise people have things to say, and foolish people don't realize that they're foolish, and stuff about staying away from married women. Some of you guys are issues, so staying away from married women because they'll lead you to death. And it's pretty real. I won't even lie, because when it's saying lead you to death, it's both talking about the death of your soul because you're just tainting something. It's tainting your soul. You're tainting your soul with someone that's like, uh, unloyal. I don't know what is unloyal the word. I don't know. But yeah, you're like tainting your soul by involving yourself with someone who's unloyal to that level. She made vows in front of her whole family and God, and then she's still cheating. Like, bro. And then you also in a more direct way, I think it mentions something about like a husband who's been betrayed. Like that's a very he's been betrayed in a very big thing in his life. You don't know what he will do. When you cheat with a married woman, when you the side nigga, when you're the side person of a married woman, of a married person, but especially a woman, because guys are just more uh aggressive in general. You don't know what he's gonna do. You do not know him. You know. You don't know. You made that decision, and I don't feel bad for people that like get wrecked by someone who was married, right? When I mean like a guy is cheating on he's not cheating technically. A woman's cheating on her husband with some dude, and then the husband finds out and completely wrecks out on that dude, right? I don't feel bad for that dude because as a guy, you should know better, bro. What are you doing? You do not know this guy. What if he's crazy, dude? It's like in real life when people are just like provoking other people for no reason. It's like, what are you doing? You do not know this person. When you could provoking them, like I've seen it a lot at the club where someone's just like either provoking me or provoking a friend or provoking some other dude that I don't know. I'm always like, bro, you don't know me. Like I'm a normal person, right? So I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be like, yo, bro, back off, push him away, make sure he leaves, everything moves on, right? I'm lucky that I'm big, so it's like it's a pretty non-starter being, well, not lucky, like actually I'm lucky because genetics wise I was gonna be big regardless, but I'm lucky that I'm big in general, 6 foot. uh when I was going to the club, how heavy was I? Because it's been a while since I've gone to the club. Like I haven't gone to the club since like last year, bro. Like it's actually insane. But 90 something kgs, 6 foot 90 something kgs, just a big rugby player guy. I was lucky in that it was a pretty non-starter in most situations. Most people aren't gonna provoke you too much, purely for the sake of they know on a baseline they can't win, because a lot of people will be like, oh, MMA, if he boxes, regardless of how small he is, he'll win. Well, no, that's not how it works. But like, even let's assume that's the case, right? MMA, blah blah blah. If someone's 60 kgs and they know how to fight, they'll beat you up, even though you're 30 kgs heavier than them. I'll give you that, sure, right? Most people can't fight. You make the incorrect assumption that everyone that's fucking small, everyone that's small that's picking a fight knows how to fight. I know most people, 80% of people don't know how to fight. They might have been in a fight, but that doesn't mean that they know how to fight. That just means that they've been in a fight. I can be in a fight and just swing hands, and then eventually one of us drops. Like that's the thing. So that like idea of like, oh, but everybody blah blah size doesn't matter. It doesn't apply to most people because most people don't know how to fight. Most people are just average size and don't know how to fight. So in a fight where both of us don't know how to fight, because I don't know how to fight. I've never trained in fighting. I'm like slightly advantaged just because I played like physical sports. So the the action of impact won't like stun me. Being impacted by some. You feel when you get tackled by some like the proper tackle, the tackle where like he hits your stomach and then like you completely go down and you hit the ground. When you hit the ground for the first time and you get the air knocked out of you, that shit is yo. That is something else, bro. Like you like that's stunning, bro. But my point is, I'm like slightly above, not above, but more experienced than most people in fighting, in conflict, let's just say, purely because I have the experience of impact, right? Knowing what it feels like to be impacted by another human being and having like the air knocked out of me and shit like that, right? Most people don't have that. Most people like they play like hockey or something. Maybe they shoulder, uh, what's called hit shoulders. They when they're hanging out, they're just chilling, smoking weed, being bums. Like most people are just normal people. So and then so when we get into that fight, I'm bigger than him. Let's even ignore the sport. I'm just bigger than him. We both don't know how to fight. If we both don't know, oh wait, look here. If we both don't know how to fight, then obviously me, who's just bigger and stronger than him, will win. Because there's no skill there. We're both equally as unskilled as the other. But yeah, the point that I'm making here is that outside of stroking my own ego, right? The point that the original point is that you don't know other people, bro. So don't start like insane fights because this all ties back to the whole Bible infidelity thing about not being a wife's side man because you don't know the husband, right? You don't know other people. You could be here provoking this guy, thinking that you're gonna fight him with your fucking, I do a fighting sport. I do MMA, so I'm gonna be able to fight any person. One, most MMA people are actually good, aren't even trying to cause fights because fights can get out of hand very quickly, and then they're probably more aware of that than normies. But like even without the fights getting very out of hand and like you fall one way, you fall wrong. If you knock someone out and they fall wrong on the floor, they die. You murdered someone. Like that's how easily it can get out of hand. You can fall and hit your head and it could be just unlucky, bro. Fall, hit your head against the table, boom, dead. You hit your head in the wrong place. Like that's how it is, bro. But you don't. My point is, you don't know this person, bro. You could be provoking them, and this guy could just be crazy, dude. Like you could pull a gun on you. Hell, more realistically, he could just pull a knife on you. You know how quickly knife fights happen. Like how quickly knives get into fights. You could be winning. You'll back away, and you'll be bleeding. This guy took out a knife at some point while you were pounding on him, and he stabbed you. Like that's how it goes, dude. Knives are quick, dude. I remember knives, dude. Knives. I think knives in general are more dangerous than guns. Because knives, you don't just get damage. Guns, it shoots you, right? Then it either goes through you or it stays in you. But other than that, the damage that has been done has already been done, right? Besides you like moving around and shit. A knife, you get the damage on the way in and on the way out, bro. When he's pulling out, that does damage because he's not pulling out the same way that he came in. Someone will stab you. Then when they're pulling out, they're probably cutting like a bit up and down because they're just like pulling it out because he's in smooth. Like knives are dangerous, bro. And then he can do that faster than guns. Like, because the gun you probably shoot depending on the distance, obviously. But like a knife, you just there, you know. Maybe you don't know. Probably you don't know. But yeah. Uh, but yeah, Bible. That's where we are. I think that's about it. It's almost been 20 minutes. I've yapped. Got in my got in my satisfactory time. Yeah. We'll check in tomorrow with how far I've gotten in this. What the weights are. Ooh. Hopefully this shit didn't break, bro. I'd be so sad. Oh my gosh. I'd be devastated if my phone broke. I'd be so devastated because this guy doesn't have a. Actually, let me just hold you. This guy doesn't have like a cover yet. don't blame me. It's not my fun. It's like my mom's. But anyway, that's the video. You know, leave a like, subscribe. Subscribe. Come back to watch for next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.